G'day everyone, we're back and we have a brand new car. Now we went and picked up this bad boy last week. It's brand new, so to look after it, we're going to build a carport for it. So step one, which I'm still trying to do, is figure out exactly where we want this thing. So you can see where I've got it parked now. Kind of seems to make the most sense. I'm not 100% sure really. So we'd be coming up the driveway, straight on through here and then reverse in. I think it makes the most sense. It is going to annoy me a little bit that it's not parallel to the fence and it's on kind of a weird angle. But hey, you've got to let go of your OCD sometimes, don't you? So the new van already came in super handy for picking up all the materials we're going to need to build this little carport. So let's get it all out, lay it out and see what we got.
Dog.
You're gonna go for a walk. Go on. Well, we were racing the rain for a bit there, but we did it. So I think it's just about to chuck it down now, but we got what I wanted to get done today. So it's just the frame. All that's going to do is support some shade cloth or plastic tarp or something that we're going to put over the top, just to keep the car out of the harsh Spanish sun, maybe a little bit dry. But that's good. We got there just in time. Got to pack the tools away, and I'll see you whenever I get a chance to put the shade on. They can't get through the roads, they're all flooded in. Whole properties underwater. Lucky I had the sandbags. Fucking hell. Yeah. It's okay. Well, you've knocked your water over. That was silly. That was very silly. So we had a bit of an issue yesterday with an enormous storm that we got warned about as it arrived, which was super handy. I wasn't here, but I had to park the car a fair way and run home because Steph was home. But we had some sandbags, so we had to sandbag the front door and that door over there. But yeah, we still got about 3 inches of water through the whole house, but we got it bailed out last night. And yeah, basically protecting the car is going to go on a bit of a hold while we clean up all of the mess that the storm made. And then probably have to redo some of the bank up the top there where all the water broke through. I'll have to go and reinforce that with rocks and concrete, just so that if it rains again, it doesn't all just keep coming straight down to the front door now. But yeah, messy. That's going to be what we have to use to flush the toilet. So the pool came in handy. So yeah, we've got no power, got no water, got no phone reception. Can't get in or out because the roads to our house in both directions have canal crossings that the bridges have been washed away. So yeah, step one, clean up. Then I'm probably going to try and make a fire with some wood and sticks from I don't know where. Time to look for some sticks that aren't completely saturated. Survival. Right, we got some dry sticks. We'll start those firelighters and hopefully I can feed enough of that and then get a few bigger sticks on top to dry out. And then keep it going all day. If the matches are light. Yeah, so yesterday I went to the shops from here at about 2:30 and it was raining, but it wasn't like sandbag the front of your house raining. Went down, did the shopping, and I was on my way back when it started to get really heavy, and I came in. We've got 2 different ways you can come into our property, and one a few k's down the road. I got to there and it was the canal bridge had been washed away, so I turned around, went around the back and then came in the other way, and I was literally the second car. So the car in front of me tried to cross the crossing and it got swamped. So he got out, he had to leave his car, got washed off the road, and the road just fell apart. But so I couldn't get that way. So I ended up turning, going back around, and we've got a big hill at the back of our property. There's a road that runs along the top of that, so that wasn't that badly flooded. So I got around to there, parked up. It's about 1 kilometre up through the bush on up a hill. And yeah, so I parked the car up there, ran down the hill, and as I was running down, I was literally on a 30-degree slope, and it was a foot of water. It was just the whole hillside was just sheeting water, and that's what we're on. And so yeah, I got here, and yeah, it was, we already had probably 3 inches of water through the whole house, but I got here just in time, grabbed my sandbags, sandbagged the doors, and yeah, if it hadn't have been that, because it almost cleared over the sandbags, which are about a foot, over a foot and a maybe foot and a half maybe, and yeah, that would have we would have lost the house. So it was lucky. But yeah, we got by now at least. So now we got a way to cook our food, which is a real Switzerland flag, a big plus. Sucks not having phone reception too. I mean, I might have to go to the toilet after I have this coffee. What am I going to do in there for an hour? Nah, just kidding. Just kidding again. It's 45 minutes. Tops.
But aren't you gonna put it in there?
Yeah, plunger and then into the cup.
You could have got the espresso, no?
Could have. Are you not happy with this one?
You know, I am happy with that one. We need to make sure we've got a lot of sand from now on.
Camping coffee's ready.
Have they had breakfast?
Nah.
Oh.
In 4 minutes. Yeah, so quick update before we head out on day 2. Yesterday we managed to get a bit of phone service and realised how big of a disaster this actually is for the whole of Valencia. We're actually pretty lucky really where we are. We're up in the hills, so water's not sitting around our property or in our house, but yeah, the flooding's been pretty catastrophic. But yeah, I'll keep you updated on what we're doing. I got the rest of this cleaned out yesterday. We've still got no power, and power is not likely to come back on for quite some time, maybe a week or a couple of weeks. And our water to our house is a rural bore on a pump that needs power, so we'll have no water and power for quite a while. And yeah, a little bit of cleanup, but we'll get most of that done maybe this afternoon. But yeah, we're heading out now to see if we can get out around the back, and yeah, see if we can find some shops with food, because looting has already happened yesterday and shops are apparently running out of food in all the towns around us. We've managed to hear from a few people who live out there, so we'll see what we can find. And the dogs are all happy. The dogs are fine, having the time of their life. Rusty's stoked about all the soil and dirt that's been washed into the property, aren't you, mate? Hey? You don't want me to clean that up, do ya? Is that your new bed? The dirtiest spot in the whole property, hey? They're all good. They're getting plenty of walks while I'm out and about collecting firewood and cleaning up out there, so dogs are enjoying it. We'll see you later, you two. If any looters come to loot the property, you have permission to attack. Got a bit of food too to take to some of the dogs in the area, because they're all stuck on their property and the owners can't get out. So doing a bit of feeding around the place too. And then there's a dog chained up in that house that we're giving food to as well, because he's chained up, also standing in water. We call him Buddy, that little dog. Poor thing, I mean, chained up in that house they're building, and it's still, you know, he's still standing in a couple of inches of water. We went to him yesterday, and so we've used some pallets to lift the area and make him a bit of a bed so he's out of the water. Given him food, cleaned up all the shits that he had around him, but yeah, but who knows when the owners are actually going to come back here. So anyway, let's keep going. Morning guys, back at it again today. Yeah, update. When did I last take a video? Yesterday. Oh, we headed into town. We got down into town yesterday, managed to find some food. Got a little generator which you can hear running down there. That's basically just enough to run our fridge, so it's given us that at least, so we can keep the food we've got cold. But yeah, we got into town yesterday. We went down to one of the towns along the riverbank that burst its edges, where Steph's parents live, and yeah, it was unbelievable. I mean, yeah, crazy to see. But so we did a food run for them because they basically can't leave their town from out there. So when we got a bit of food for us, we bought more and brought it in, gave it to them. New challenge for the day though. Well, we got a couple, so the storm's back. It's coming back this afternoon. So gonna do a bit of work for that, which I'll show you in glimpses. Again, we're not charging anything with this generator, just keeping the fridge just going. So GoPro batteries are low priority. But yeah, we'll what I'm going to do first is bring the car in, because the car's sitting down there at the moment out the front, and there's been a lot of reports now that in the towns, but also out in these rural areas, because like I think I mentioned yesterday, most of the homes out here are all people's weekend kind of homes, so they're unoccupied. So there's a lot of people now coming out, looting, breaking into houses. Yeah, so now we'll keep the house safe. I'm going to bring the car in, so rather than have it sitting down there, I've just got to fill in these ruts with some rubble and rocks and dirt, so I can get it up this side. And we'll go park it in back there behind the locked fence, and then it should be fine. So that's the plan first. Get the car in, and then I'm going to start. It'll probably start raining by that point, but we're going to build up this section here. So I'll probably use some more of this rubble, maybe get some big rocks. But that is what flooded our house. So all of the water that came down, that used to be quite a way raised up. But all the water that pooled here flowed straight down and straight down into our front door. So I'll get onto that today. The rain that's coming today isn't anything like it was the other day, but who knows. Get one more barrow of rocky kind of rubbly dirt. We'll throw that over the top and should be sweet. All right, let's give it a whirl. All right, car's safe. Step 2 is get rid of this dirt. I've got rid of most of it already and moved it up there, but there's still a little bit left. We need to get that going so that the water that comes today goes straight out the bottom of the gate, rather than hit the lump here and go that way, which is what happened the other day. Bloody water, eh? house. Bloody slab left. That massive riverbank out there. Oh, this whole thing used to be less than a metre wide. Crazy. Tell you what, mate, you must have one hell of a story. Bloody hell. Hey look, turtle survived too. Nice. Used to be hundreds of them in this creek there was never a pond as big as this one. They were all kind of the size of that. But there used to be heaps of turtles in all of them, all the way along. So it's good to see that some survived, and a fish. Crikey. Imagine the story. Like I've said so many times, this is about a metre wide. There used to be little pockets of kind of deeper areas, like something like that, 3 or 4 metres across. But 99% of it was a metre wide, a little kind of trickling creek that you could just step over. Now look at it. Insane. Things like this too that absolutely blow my mind about this thing. Have a look at it. So it's obviously sheared off that Rio bar, but that big bit of concrete, foot for scale, I don't know how much it weighs, but imagine dropping that into water and it moving. It's come from the bridge, which you can just see up there. So that's travelled, I don't know, what's that, 300, 400 metres in the water. I mean, the force of the water to be able to move something like that distance is just crazy. Crazy. So these are two German Shepherds that live down a bit down the road from where we live on, that we've been giving food to. So the way we have to do it, because there's their property where the owners still haven't come back. So what's that, 4 days, 3 or 4 days? And so their property where the German Shepherds are, and the property that the little dog we were talking about yesterday, we call him Buddy, their fence between them has collapsed. So the German Shepherds now are able to get into this other property as well down the front, where Buddy's chained up over in the house they're constructing. So Steph has to distract the 2 German Shepherds up there because one of them's pretty aggressive, while I sneak in the back, sneak over, feed Buddy, and then and then get out of there. So I'll introduce you to Buddy in a sec. These are their horses they've got down here too. Hey mate. Good horsey. We gave them some of their hay yesterday, so I'll chuck them in a bit more today. There you go, mate. All right. I've got no idea how much horses are meant to eat or how often or anything like that, but yeah, we'll give them some hay. So the big one has no water. Looks like that was its water bowl. Right. You should be sweet for a couple of days, mate. Now we'll go see Buddy. Let's crack him in his eggs. Doing, big boy. This is Buddy, everyone. Poor thing. Yeah, so he's chained up in here. I don't know why. It's not like he's doing any guard job when he's chained up, but yeah, poor little guy. Hey mate, it's alright. Eat up. No rush, Buddy. Yeah, so when we came in here 2 days ago, this was all full of water. So he was standing over there in the water because we had to put that pallet and these planks of wood. But yeah, he was just sitting in the wet. But yeah, we'll keep feeding him. Hopefully it's not too long before the owners come and see him. But yeah, he's got water over there, that's still full, his bucket. Yeah. Yeah, poor little dog. He's a really sweet little thing too. What looks like a line of mesh on the ground, that was the fence that divides these two properties. And so Steph, again, probably can't see on the GoPro, but she's up at that gate with the two German Shepherds because they turn around and see me down here feeding Buddy. They might run down and try to claim the food for their own. But I don't know how much more food she's got. She's probably giving them one biscuit at a time. They're still distracted at least. Let's hope it's all back to normal soon. You gonna hold your bowl? Here. There you go. Come on. Good boy, Buddy. You're finished. Good boy. Now a bit of a pat. A bit of a cuddle. Good boy, Buddy. Hey, you beautiful boy. I know. You're excited. Excited to have some interaction, aren't you, beautiful boy? Yeah. I know, mate. I know. Whoa, that was a big burp, mate. That was a big burp, wasn't it? Okay, Buddy. Don't jump on me, mate. And don't eat your poos anymore. No, don't jump on me. Your paws are covered in poo. I will fix your bed, but only if you don't jump. Buddy? Good boy. Wait there. No. Okay. Alright, buddy. Hang on. Hang on. No, don't do that. Don't jump. Okay. Good boy. Alright, I'll see you later. You okay? What's that on your head? See you later, buddy. Okay, you stay there and be a good boy. Okay, we'll be back tomorrow. We'll just come and see you tomorrow. I know you're a good boy. You're a good boy, mate. We'll come and see you tomorrow, alright? Yeah. Poor buddy. Hopefully, the German Shepherds are still distracted. But yeah, Buddy's pretty good. He's such a sweet little dog. He used to be free, roaming free in this property, and had a pretty good life, you know, like, even though he's just a property dog and he only gets seen every few days or weekends or whatever. He used to roam the entire block and had a great time, and then he escaped one day and they decided, let's just chain him up from now on. So yeah, that's why he knows me, because whenever I walk or drive or go down or anything down the road leaving our property, I'd always stop and give him a pat. So yeah, that's why he's fine with me coming in and feeding him. Time to make some lunch before this rain comes. It's looking a pretty nice day at the moment. But rain will be coming later, so we'll cook up a big lunch and then we don't need to make fire for dinner. Vegetable and bacon fried rice in there, and a steak. Potato in first. Probably get this rice on now. Go there. Got that cooked up a bit. Add your asparagus. Almost forgot the best bit. Got to add that in. Yeah. The rice is almost cooked too. Rice is done. So we'll set that off to the side. Let that cook a little bit more. Then we'll add that into that and fry it just for a couple of minutes. And now I'll cook that. Well, we've had lunch. Just making afternoon coffee. Leave that to go out now. And then we've got the wheelbarrow set up to go and do a run for some water. That's the water we use for showering, dogs drinking water, doing dishes, cleaning up, any water that we're not going to drink basically. So we'll go collect that. There's some puddles up the hill a bit up there, a bit of a creek bed that's dammed up that we can go and fill them up from. And another thing off the list. We have power. Morning guys. So we got power on, back on last night, so we have power today, which is very nice. Okay Martina. Dogs are pretty happy about it. Yesterday didn't show anything. Steph went down to the town areas that are now the really badly affected ones, all the ones that were along the riverbank and where her parents and all the friends live. The ones that are now trying to clean up from the flash flooding. So yeah, I dropped her down there, came back and finished off a little bit of cleaning. We're pretty well back to normal now. We've still got no water. And we're running low on a scungy little puddle water that we need for,
oh no.
washing dishes and yeah, for the toilet and stuff. So, and for showering. So we're gonna have to go and do a water run from somewhere today, because that's our last little brackish tub of rainwater. What is that? Go get a rabbit, Archie. Yeah, so but yeah, Steph went down yesterday. It's proper catastrophic. Yeah, it's a disaster zone down in those towns. But yeah, a lot of people chipping in and doing what they can to help and clean up.
Se puede producir una nueva inundación, por lo que las plantas bajas no son seguras. Se recomienda a los vecinos que se queden en las viviendas que se encuentren a más de 2 metros sobre la acera.
How many army trucks there are?
Yeah. We need to go, like, you remember when sometimes you have had to take me to the emergency, like just to the doctor when the picanha one wasn't open, so it's at the end.
But yeah, like I said, up where we are, I mean, now we're basically back to normal. I've got a bit of work to do that I'll start doing today. Up the top there where all the water came through. Go get some big rocks, place them. Idea is to mix cement and cement them all in and do a proper retaining wall to funnel the water away from coming down that bank. But yeah, we'll see how much water we can find, because I need water to mix cement, obviously. So let's see. We'll yeah. Anyway, we're fine here. But yeah, poor people that live down in those badly affected towns, because it's a proper nightmare down there at the moment for tens of thousands, probably more than that people. Definitely more than that. But we will carry on. Yeah, so what's the priority for today? We've got to go and get more water, because I need to have a shower. I didn't have a shower yesterday or the day before, so everyone in the house would appreciate if I go have a shower. But yeah, all good with looters. We've seen a few sketchy people getting around, but so far we're okay. Our closest neighbours too are there as well, so yeah, the fact that we had a generator running and it looked like we were here is going to obviously deter anyone looking for an easy score on a rural home that is unoccupied. So yeah, we're pretty sweet now. They've put so the way we've got power is they've put a generator for this little pocket that we're in. They put a massive generator down on the main road that's feeding our electricity, so that's all good. But yeah, we can finally have decent coffee. So yeah, we're super lucky. We copped it. First night when the rain came down was when it was real touch and go here, but ever since then we've basically been fine, just without services. So had the anti-looting anti-looting devices ready to go. Whew. Not that I would shoot at anyone. It doesn't even have a it's a pellet gun. It's purely just for show. If I wave that above the fence, then I'm sure no one will come in. What do you reckon, Archie? Hey, your life didn't change at all except for one night of fear about the storm. Did it? Lucky boy. Right, let's get doing something. First celebration of having the power back on is doing the dishes in warm water. Luxury. Oh, it is nice though. Hey guys, back for, I don't know what day it is. We missed a couple of days there. Last news was when our power came back on. So we had power, came back on. It's gone off again today. I think that was 2 days ago that we got power. Water's back on and still on, even though the power's off. Got Rusty with me, and we're gonna tap into our well of illegally dumped rubble, which might actually come in pretty handy now. So we're gonna use that. I'm finally gonna, a week later, basically, than when I said I'd start. We'll start putting some stones down and build that bit of a bank at the top of the property. And we've got water now, so I can mix cement. And we'll use some of this, not only get rid of it, but it's actually pretty close to where I want it, so win-win. All right, well, we've run out of cement. We've got a couple of bags of sand left. We've got a fairway. This little part here, I'll probably just get some big granite boulders from around the place and place them in, because this is the much higher section. Probably can't tell, but it all rolls down into a low point about there and then rises up to go to the fence. So we've got this to a good height with good kind of fall to it going this way. All I need to do now is dig up a lot of that dirt and move it up here, and then probably bring in some dirt from around the place, some kind of rubbly rocky dirt to just put over the whole thing. But yeah, we still need to do a little bit more there, but first I probably want to dig that down to get it to height, to make sure that all the water that we've got that builds up here just flows to the corner out there, and we'll probably reinforce that with some rocks and concrete as well, so the water just flows out onto the road and down the hill. Anyway, before we go inside, this is the neighbour's place. He drives in here, and I've already chucked a barrow of dirt there. He did a little bit himself. He's an old bloke though. And he's got a tiny little car and it bottoms out in that rut. When he goes in and out of his driveway, he bottoms out every time. So I'll just scrape up while I've got the wheelbarrow and the shovel and everything. Scrape up some nice rocky dirt and fill that in for him. Howdy everyone, back into the jobs today. Almost ready to come out here and finish off what we can of this little diversion, but that's set really nice. Yeah, busy morning. We're finishing off the cleaning of the house, lifted up the bed, and the base of it was super mouldy, so we've ripped that out and we'll go dump that in the bin. Gave the car a clean. You can see the mould. Ugh, that was under the bed. So we'll get rid of all that. Take the dogs for a walk. Hey, you're pretty excited for that, aren't you, Rusty? You're looking forward to it, aren't you, mate? Take the dogs for a walk once I've binned all this stuff, and then I'll head up there and finish off that, and probably that'll do this video. I'll probably better get it out so that yeah, so that all the family and everyone can see what's been going on. Up that valley, about 5 kilometres, is a town called Turis, and their report for their rainfall for that storm was they got the same amount of rain that they had in the previous 2 years, and they got it in 3 hours. So that's how much rain was falling up in all of these valleys, and that is what just sent an absolute torrent of water down all the riverbanks. This one, there's another one behind that hill, and yeah, that's what really just ruined everything for all the people down below in the flat land near the ocean. Spain's worst storm in 100 years, so time is on my side, fortunately, to get this done. 99 years, 51 weeks left, and we'll be ready. But yeah, we'll leave it there. We'll just carry on here. We're all good, helping down in the towns. Steph goes down there, I stay up here and finish cleaning up here, and Steph goes down and helps out how she can down there. But yeah, crazy experience seeing that storm and that flooding. But yeah, like I said, we've been pretty fortunate, and we're generally fortunate constantly all our lives. But yeah, got a boatload of editing to do, so see you on the next one. Jeez, feels like the never-ending video. I was just starting the editing. We decided to go for a walk down to that riverbank that we've been to before, the one that really flooded, and we found a dog there. Poor thing, he's pretty skinny and doesn't look too healthy. He was just scratching around further up the riverbank where there used to be houses. So he's obviously, his house was washed away and he was just hanging around, but he looks right on death's door. But we'll give him a bit of food
just a little bit because, yeah, you'll see him in a sec. He's just down there with Steph, but doesn't look too good. Named him though, Buddy Senior. So if we can, we'll get him back over this side of the river, put him in the cart, and we'll have to, can't stay in with our dogs in the property. He'll have to go out in the paddock, but I'll make him up a little shelter, and yeah, fingers crossed, hopefully you can pull through. Hey mate, I'm coming, wait there. God, he's made a friend in Steph. Senior. I don't know if you can see, but he's pretty scrawny. But he just ate those few biscuits that I soaked in water, and now he's thirsty as, so take him home. And then there were 4. Steph still thinks that she's going to find him a home that's not ours.
Yeah, I know, pitbull.
Yeah, he's pretty sweet though. Come on buddy, you can do it mate.
A bit of wood and food has been his.
Yeah, it's really perked him up. You're a licking boy, are ya? Hey.
O sea, si voy a picaña, ¿tú crees que...?
Pretty sweet boy, aren't you? Hey. Sweet boy. Hey, aren't you a good boy? Yeah. Well, we've got him a little home set up. He can use Archie's throne while he's here. Don't you, mate? He's got a bed. Come on. Buddy. Buddy Senior. Oh, sorry, mate. Hop into bed. Come on, into bed. Good boy. Come on. Here you go. Doesn't seem to want to go into his new bed.
Vale.